Welcome back to Founders in the Field, the show where we go behind the scenes with agency leaders, consultants, and creative founders to show you how they're building, scaling, and staying sane in the trenches. I'm your host, Stefan Bradley, and today's guest is Philip Kushmaro, who is the co-founder of Maguari. How are you doing, Philip?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I appreciate you coming on, taking the time.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I love talking about this stuff. Let me do
Cool.
this all day and get paid for it, and I'll be happy.
Let's dive straight in. For people who don't know your story, take us right back to the start of your journey, what made you start your own business, and give us an overview of what your role looks like today.
Okay, I'll try to escalate quickly. I know I don't have too much time. Technically, I'm a software engineer. I finished my degree and I said, there's no way in the world I'm doing this. I fell into digital marketing pretty quickly. Right after that, a friend suggested, hey, how about just do a digital marketing course? And I did. SEO was my first love. But since then, which was about 16 years ago, things snowballed to, what they are today. I was lucky enough to help run an agency from the founders to me to 15, as in 30 outsourced people. I lost count, but I have about 400 plus companies under my belt, one way or the other. 5 of them happen to be unicorns, and it's been a hell of a journey. The last maybe 10 years has been in executive positions, and Maguari, which is the kind of the pinnacle. I feel like my whole life was kind of brought for this company is. The first AI-powered motherhood ecosystem. It's a manifestation of everything that I've done in my whole life. Everything from my personal family, which you can see in the background. I got a bunch of kids, 4 of them so far. You never know. And yeah, it's that's where I'm right now. And I'm also doing fractional CMO work as well. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it was a good thing that you stumbled upon digital marketing and then it's
Yeah.
led you down a path. It's led you down, lots of different business paths and successes, over 400 companies with unicorns in there, and now to
Yeah.
lead you to this business now. Can you just unpack a little bit more about Maguari?
Sure. So it's a pre-seed company. It's basically 2 things. It is a retail brand. The idea came from my wife. She's the other co-founder. Having 4 kids, we've always, when going to the hospital, we're missing something. So having a packed hospital bag was something that, we thought, that's a kind of a cool, she thought it was a cool idea. And we looked around and we saw there wasn't too much of a competition, but we wanted to do more. We didn't just want to be just a usual, just another one that's out there. We don't want to be like there's a bunch of Etsy moms that do this. There is one company out there, a competitor that does something similar to what you do, but we want to take it up a level. So we said, let's add innovation. So me being, plus minus 400 tech companies under my belt, I'm like, okay, let's do an app. And the app also exploded. It's not just one app. Like there's a bunch of apps out there for trying to conceive, for pregnancy, postpartum, and all that. But what we're doing is a little bit different. Besides the fact that we're adding maybe about 6 or 7 apps together. So like I said, trying to conceive, pregnancy, the birth itself, postpartum, and then there's also what we call a stage called return to self. And that return to self stage is something that is very, very interesting because either you want to, get ready for the next baby, that is the ideal. That's what we're trying to do here. Like the big goal is trying to increase birth rates and increase motherhood satisfaction. But it's also like, if you don't want to have another baby, you just want to return to who you were before, that's also cool. Now, the app itself is AI powered, as mentioned in our tagline. This is going to be a different app. This is going to be an app that has LLMs that are in the medical LLMs, psychological LLMs, coaching LLMs. We're really creating it's going to be an agnostic. It's going to take it from everywhere. And it's going to kind of be like, think of the movie Her from I think it's 2019 with Queen Phoenix, I believe it was, and Scarlett Johansson as the voice. So think of that specifically for the mother's journey. And it's crazy. It's going to be incredible. I'm super excited about it. And it's going to change, we believe, like I mentioned, the mother's journey.
It sounds very innovative and so, if they want the hospital pack, is that something to do with the app as well? Can they pick one of them up?
It comes
through the app or
together.
something?
So it's going to be a package deal. You can get the app separately, but if you buy our products, the bag itself, which is our flagship product, obviously you can buy the individual. It's not just a bag; it's also individual. Like there's going to be about 38. I think we're at 40 now, 46 products inside the bag are coming with you as shipped to you as the bag that you have after birth for the baby and for the mother. So you're getting everything in there, and and subscription for the app will come with it as well. This is a pretty. It's a more expensive product, but it's still actually it's probably value for money more than if you buy everything individually, honestly.
Yeah. And going back to the LLMs that you'll have built into the app, I feel like, because a lot of people, they find a lot more comfortable speaking to an LLM than they would be reaching out to like a health visitor or someone like that. Lack of trust, probably some of it as well, to be looked on. Like, I don't know whether I should be asking this question or not, and look silly, things like that. So I feel like having an app there like that, that's sort of like, as it acts as like a health visitor, I suppose, that that's with you 24/7 can add so much value and to, was conceived or just give birth, sorry.
Yeah.
And yeah, even running up to giving birth, I mean, a lot of people have a lot of questions, and sometimes if they search on Google, they might take them down a rabbit hole. I think definitely having something that's structured like that will help. You've obviously listened to the market, but I mean, I think even from my small perspective over here, I can see the value in that.
Okay, so I gotta say three things now. One, for legal purposes, this is not a substitute for an actual doctor. You have, like, obviously, it is not a doctor. It'll substitute. It'll give you suggestions. It'll give you things it'll give you questions that you can ask your doctor eventually whenever you meet them or on phone or whatever it is. That's one. Two, what's really cool about this app and what we're going to be doing, it's going to be adaptive for each mother. What I like to say is not every mother has the same journey, so the app will not look the same for every mother. So say for a 20-year-old mother or a 40-year-old mother will have different flags, let's call them for now, right, within the app, because a mother at 40 has higher risk, for example, for certain things. For a mother that's 20, she might not have them. So think of it really as like your own little kind of voice in your phone. The voice option is going to come a bit later, but the idea is it's going to be this little journey thing, this little helpful tool that the mother can use from, like I said, trying to conceive until even 3 years after birth.
Yeah, no, definitely. I
Yeah.
have to get that disclaimer in there. I get
Yes,
that
yes, yes.
completely. But no, it's like having a friend, do you know what I mean, that knows, like my mum's a nurse, but I mean, like, it's like having somebody that's like been through, so like, it's like having a friend that's been through like lots of pregnancies, for example, and then can be like, oh, look out for that. But obviously
Yeah.
in your phone, do you know what I mean? That type of thing.
Yeah. It's
Cool,
gonna
cool.
be really super interesting because we're gonna bringing in Microsoft and Google's both medical LLMs inside here as well. They're gonna be involved. So it's just gonna be something. It's a lot, but I'm lucky
Mm.
enough to have a team that can build that kind of stuff. So I'm super.
So what does your role look like today?
Right now, we're fundraising. We're finding strategic partnerships. So if
Mhm.
I can find somebody who can get me what I need with the fundraising that I need, I'll give them that equity in a safe round. Right now, we're pre-evaluation, so I won't
Mhm.
get into the nitty gritty of what a safe contract is. But if anybody's ever seen the Y Combinator's safe, you can just Google that and you can see what that means. But right now it's finding partnerships that are equivalent to money, basically, or finding actual money. And depending on how much we actually raise, we will either use the money towards a Kickstarter campaign,
Mm.
or it'll go into just straight up marketing and selling the products,
Mm.
depending on if we hit the 200,000 or we don't.
Doing outreach to speak to get funding, or how does that process sort
Right now, it's a lot of networking.
of?
I've been lucky enough to be in an accelerator called High Tech that has a very, very large network there. So
Mm.
I'm doing that first. A little bit of my own money, a little bit of friends and family. That's basically what the safe round is for. And yeah, it's let's just say I've always joined companies after their either pre-seed or their seed or their during Series A. Usually that's when I come in. That's my spot. It's interesting and it's very difficult to be the actual founder and trying to raise money. It's probably the most difficult thing I've done business related.
Especially because like once you get over that threshold, that's your game. Do you know what I mean? That's what you've done for everyone. So it's just getting, as a fractional marketing officer and all your experience. So once it's just getting you to then, past all this part for you to actually sort of like spread your wings and do what you're good at with a lack of.
Yeah. I can't wait. Like it's just, and that's probably my superpower is once we have the money, it's going to work. Right. But right now to get that money, people need to trust the product, trust what we're doing. And it's difficult because the app isn't done yet. I have some mock-ups, but it's not enough. But I need the money to get the app to work, right? And I need the money potentially to create the assets for the marketing campaigns, right? So it's kind of like this chicken and egg that's happening right now, which because I have no founder clout, I don't have experience being a founder. It's not a little bit. It's a lot harder to get that money. I just need people to trust me. I need to convince them that this isn't the best thing that's ever happened since the internet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since AI.
No, definitely. No, definitely. I hear you there. So what are the biggest trends that you're seeing inside the market right now?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing and what I'm seeing, what I'm helping a lot of other companies as doing fractional work for them. There's a lot of not needing because of okay, let's get into the AI into the AI. Talk about that a little bit. Because a lot can be done with AI, you don't need juniors anymore. So you're reducing headcount. I'm lucky enough that I've eaten all the poo you can possibly eat when it comes to going through growing a business. So people like me, which there are a lot out there. I'm not special. I have my shticks, but I'm there's a lot of them out there like me. They can easily use AI to have their little minions researching, writing first drafts, all that kind of stuff. And I am a team for 3 companies right now. Like I am, including my own, obviously. So 2 companies and my own right now until we get funding, and then we'll see. And then it'll just be 1. But I am doing a lot. All the content and all the assets for marketing right now, I can I can do it with either Gemini 3 Pro right now, which is bananas. Using Midjourney, which I love. Grok sometimes has some stuff now, even if it's for free. Like I can easily create assets to reach to a point where I can say, hey, listen, I have very usable imagery and video for whatever I need for all
Mm.
the companies I'm working with. Like there's no reason to pay for these things. You can pay, 50, 60, 100, even $100 a month for AI tools. You're good to go. Right. And I just see it getting better. I have a buddy of mine who is the founder of Max Fusion. They do UGC ads, AI. You do not need an influencer anymore if you want to create UGC content. It's crazy. So yeah, that's a trend. I'm seeing headcounts going down in marketing specifically, not necessarily because they have to, but at the end of the day, a business is a business, and you want to make profits. Yeah.
Margins speak for themselves as well, even if they
Yep.
don't have to. But if the margins are better, then they often will. So what do you think was going to happen sort of like moving on from that if teams now are not needed? If you can just get one guy that is good at what they do and they can now handle a team's worth of work, what do you think's going to happen eventually, like in the near future?
So near future, now is the best time to build your own business. That is what I think. If you are, as a marketer especially, to build any SaaS right now is incredibly quick and incredibly inexpensive. I partnered with a company called Human Race. They basically build anything, right?
Mm.
And that is kind of like, if you want to, you don't even need them. If you want just an MVP to raise some money and then move forward, you can do that very simple. With Maguari, we're doing something very, 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 very complex. But if you just
Mhm.
want to build something even for yourself, you could do it in a couple of prompts, obviously not perfectly, but you can get things going pretty quickly. And as marketers, if you're a good marketer and you know how to, you understand your audience and you understand that there's product market fit. I see everybody building their own company, everybody freelancing, everybody being their own boss. That's where this is going. At least for the next year and a half, too. After that, the robots are going to come. But until then, try to make your cash as quickly as possible.
So do you think marketing agencies in general are not going to be needed as much, like for normal, not to say normal, but for average businesses?
I think that they're always gonna exist. They're gonna need a lot less of them because they're people that just are just smart people that just they can use AI to do whatever they need to do. The marketing agencies need to pivot for the people that are technically challenged. I know a lot of people that want to learn how to prompt and they're afraid of AI. So
Mhm.
I see that as an opportunity to get in and talk to companies that you feel don't have a grasp on AI and how to utilize
Mhm.
it properly, and then come in that way and then do your marketing, do your business optimization, do all that stuff, AI
Mhm.
augmentation, all those kind of things. That is what needs to be done right now. Just straight up marketing. I know a lot of marketers don't use just AI to create their business or marketing plans.
Mhm.
Obviously, they need that experience. But for somebody who's in their business for the last, I don't know, 7 years and kind of understand the market already, they can use AI very easily rather than the other way around. Like it's just, yeah. So agencies need to teach now more than they need to actually do the work because people are going to figure it out.
Yeah,
are
no,
figuring it out.
definitely there's a gap in the market for that because people, if they want, like, if they're a marketing agency and people are looking at them, then it might not be just their marketing that they need. If they can add in how they automate and do AI side of it as well, you're sort of killing two birds with one stone because people might not even realize they need marketing, but they want this, they want that, and then they kind of come in from one angle and you can get them for, and so, yeah.
Yep.
So, Philip, where do you want to be in the next 12 to 18 months in terms of business?
For Maguari, hopefully we're doing about 2 to 3 million in the next 18 to let's say 18 to 24 months. Our initial raising of funds is for 500 bags and the development of the app. So 500 bags with all the essential items inside of it. So it's building an e-commerce store and getting the app ready to go. So that's the ideal, between 2 to 3 million in revenue. Yeah, and then when we sell those 500, it's not going to be 500. 100 are going to go to influencers, ambassadors, stuff like that. When we sell the 400 bags, that's going to be our indication that we really do have a product. There's a gap in the market and people want this. And then we're just going to scale. I just know, I know what I can do. I know I could sell those 400. The question is, how difficult will it be to sell those 400? Once they're sold, it's not a question of if we need to sell more. It's a question of how many more we can sell and how quickly we can sell them. Because if we have that indication, then yeah, we're good to go. So yeah, talking about 2 to 3 million.
Yeah, once you hear that market validation, they're selling the 400, for example.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm guessing obviously either you're going to use all the marketing skills that you've acquired over the years to make sure that you get to that numbers as well.
Yeah, that, a lot of networking, a lot of B2B2C partnerships. My whole thing as well is trying to do as much as you can without ads. And then once you see things going well, then throw gas on the fire. But obviously ads are going to be a part of it. There's going to be a minimum amount of ads that we're going to have to do. But other than that, it's going to be a lot of grinding, and I'm fine with grinding. I've been grinding my whole life, and if I have to grind for another 2 years, it's fine too.
So you mentioned that B2B, so you're going to be reaching businesses as well. So I'm guessing they could like offer this to staff in a way, type of thing.
To the mom. So we're looking into midwives, gynecologists, doulas. That's our B2B2C play. We get in there, we get them to trust our product. We already have our own midwives are waiting to put it into their offices. So that's going to be a great entry to market. But yeah, again, we find one thing that works, we scale. We find another thing that works, scale. It's a foundation that I've been using my whole life, and I'm going to keep using because it works.
No, definitely. So Philip, my last question is, if you could wave a magic wand and fix one thing, either in your business or in business in general, what would it be and why?
Fix one thing, right? It's not the fix. It's more if it could happen faster, it would be probably finding more, because I'm in the fundraising round right now, finding a way to get in front of people that are willing to be angels for this initial round. It's not a lot. Like if you think about how rounds go in general, we're only asking for about 500,000. Again, we have these tiers in which, 50, 200, and 500,000, which we're 300,000. Which based on the tier, we have to kind of do what we can do based on those tiers. But I think if I could snap my fingers, it would be just getting meetings with potential angel investors, because we're not at the stage for VC right now, because that's just going to take way too much of the pie. And
Wow.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on and sharing insights into your business. It's definitely enlightened me. Thank you for sharing all your insights.
Appreciate it. I love doing this. So yeah, it was great talking.
So everybody just like, comment, and subscribe. Send it to a friend, especially if you're in America or Canada and you might be pregnant or anything like that. Watch this space. Philip's got something coming for you. Anyway, thanks again, Philip.
Yeah, have a good one. Bye-bye.